In a world where logic is optional, these zero IQ moments take center stage. Now sit back, grab some snacks, and let's dive in.
Come on, Dave, you'll be alright, get up.
The task at hand here is a suicide mission. The goal, nowhere in sight. The level of calm this kid displays tells me he didn't listen the first time he was told not to do that. There's a bridge in China that appears to crack when stepped on. This is the result. This is trauma bonding in its highest form. Now, let's take a second to watch this Latino dad gracefully take a seat. If you came for some logic, this is not the right place.
Bruh.
Find yourself a guy who respects boundaries as much as this guy does. "30 years old and he's still not given up his dream of becoming an astronaut." This is the final boss of showers. Nobody's safe with this goose on the loose. POV, you've just heard Andrew Huberman talk about the benefits of ice baths. Be like this guy. Don't let external conditions stop you from being romantic. These guys had a crash landing before even taking off. When you're so dumb, your dog can't even process it. This skill is known as the disappearing ball trick. They say luck favors the bold. Well, in that case, don't mess with this girl. Here's proof that toddlers have zero survival instincts.
Really?
This guy got thrown into the comment section. Even crossing the world's smallest bridge can be a challenge for some. This is how clothes feel in the washing machine. One little fail put this guy into an existential crisis. How not to board a boat. This is the universe telling you to not get into the water. Where I come from, this is called witchcraft. This horse is going through his emo phase. Who needs enemies when you've got brothers? You can take a horse to the water, but you can't stop it from doing this.
She's gonna lay down.
This girl's toxic trait is thinking she can do a backflip. This is the only reason humans live longer than goats do. And now for this guy's famous last words.
Bom dia.
This is why you should always hang a piñata. When you get a Shaolin master from Wish.
师傅走了，来，
李白乘舟将欲行。
Some people run away after committing a crime, whilst others prefer to stick around and watch till the chaos they've caused takes place. Every guy here watching this has been here before. This dog serves as a full-time page-turning facilitator. Imagine enjoying your picnic and suddenly seeing a 600-pound barbell rolling straight towards you. This is how mates get back home from the pub in the Netherlands.
Jonas heeft
Privacy, not a thing in Brazil.
Bom dia.
And now for the cleanest headshot of all time. When you don't know whether you're mad or impressed. When you've got to take a picture together, but you're siblings. Relationship therapist advised to build as much trust as this girl has in her grandma. Well, this girl's clearly having more fun than everyone else. Helmets were invented to protect us from the very people who created us. 3 hours of exquisite preparation, all down the drain.
Bruh.
And now for a short movie about a table tennis victim and his guardian angel. Here's why you never mess with the deer in Costa Rica. If I ever had to pick a problem to be stuck in, this one would be pretty epic. This guy's probably dreaming that he's in heaven. This alligator has a better vertical jump than most players in the NBA. This girl is every mother's worst nightmare.
Rain Riel! What the snake? Rain down!
This was the moment a box of eels broke open at Vancouver Airport, turning the runway into an impromptu aquarium. Workers had to wait for an expert to wrangle the slippery escapees. They say imitation is the highest form of flattery, but I don't think the birds are really feeling it here. This is the Anti-Situational Awareness Club. You've heard of Finding Nemo. Now get ready for Finding My 125. When you only watch half of the skateboarding tutorial on YouTube. What you're seeing here is either some really cheap mount or some top quality adhesive. There's no pet like a little brother. TV tax just became a thing in Finland, but the boys quickly found a way to work around it. Here's why you never buy a ninja an iPhone.
Oh!
This guy's the chosen one. And now for the trailer of Spider-Man, Fall From Home. Your date. And now for some world-class accuracy skills. And now for Breaking Bad, Spanish edition. When you order the cheap basic delivery. This ant severely overestimated her ability to stay afloat. We all need a hydration motivator like this dog. This is why you can't leave your husband alone with the kids for even a second. Agility left the chat over here.
Uh-oh, you okay?
Let's now take a look at Grandma's volcanic rock recipe. And now, let's unravel the mystery of the Mexican cake face smash. This could totally be a commercial for car headlights. Here's an example of how not to hit a King of the Hammer. I don't remember signing up to this video game. Nor this one. Predators beware, this tortoise just discovered a life hack, and it's going to be chaos once his pals catch on. Here's your kind reminder to not have kids. If the exclamation mark was a person. Shaggy and Scooby seem to be enjoying retirement. This guy identifies as a refreshment. No pain, just confusion. One in, one out. This is what I call a fair exchange. No! No brakes were used in the making of this video. This kid has zero survival instincts.
Okay, use your arms to push yourself. Braxton, are you okay?
Ever called customer care and ended up witnessing a live crime scene? There's many things we don't know in life, and how someone could mess up boiling an egg is one of them. And now for the weightlifting gymnastics duathlon finalist. And now for some true crime. Badminton in a parallel universe. Just your typical father-daughter bonding activity in Alabama. When it's your fans' first day on the job, bro's just looking around. This dog's trying to train his owner how to keep a door open.
And he turns to a cycle now. What is wrong with you? Stop!
Rumor has it he's still wearing this inflatable till this day. Here's one way to give your friend the definition of a swamp. Apparently, the cherry notes in his mouth really explode with flavor. And now for a lesson on static electricity. This was a mode of transportation before standing up was invented. You've got a friend like this. These are the problems which Generation Alpha kids are going through.
Sebastián, ¿y tu madre?
Sometimes giving into those intrusive thoughts can turn out pretty cool. Taking a fat dump, just hope this kid is nowhere close. This is what happens when you mix high IQ with a strong desire to piss your mates off. This dog ordered the VIP package.
Oh my god!
This dog totally missed the vibe they were going for in this reel. I aspire to have this guy's level of calmness when saving all the precious things in my life. What's stopping you from venturing out and discovering the world just like this Roomba? Have kids, they said. It'll be fun, they said.
Oh, novela. Sorry?
Hats off to this umbrella for managing to break free from its oppressor. Car accident? Sorry to hear it, guys. Sounds like a you problem. When you hire a security guard, but only get the basic subscription package. And now, a must-watch brewery fail. Featuring a disastrous attempt to fix it with a bucket. Don't you just love it when your doctor pulls up a YouTube tutorial before wrapping your ankle?
Okay.
Why you should never get a construction worker as a housemate. This may actually be the greatest Halloween prank of the decade. When the teacher walks by your desk, construction worker edition.
Sí, estamos terminando el piso, ya son los...
Have you ever heard of self-service pickup for delivery drivers? Well, now you have. Not in the mood for work? Say no more.
Hey, boss. Yeah, we can't keep going on this job. It's starting to rain and thundering hard. That was lightning. Yeah, it's not good. We'll have to postpone it until next week.
All the daily challenges a worker in Vietnam encounters captured in one video. Not your conventional farewell video.
Okay, check this out.
You'd think the handyman would notice his mistake after the first door.
Oh, man.
Apparently not.
Nice.
This carpenter lied on his resume. when you and your homie finally find a job.
Oh my God, bro.
These guys never skipped physics class. Their work is done, but it doesn't seem like they'll be going anywhere. This is how useless some people make me feel. Brazil, home to some of the best fans and calisthenics athletes. Step 1 to making your forklifting colleague hate you. How to be outsmarted by the very thing you evolved from. And now for some strongly induced post-delivery stress disorder.
别说话，我家有狗。慢走哦。
When you've got house construction at 12, but a 50-meter freestyle final at 2. When your cab driver says he knows a shortcut. Ever wondered what the final test of construction worker school looks like? These guys just discovered a new unit of mass. If Work Smart Not Hard was a movie, this would be the trailer. When Aquaman orders food delivery. This should be the only legally accepted version of a highway robbery. Mr. Mechanic here thinks he's living in a Super Mario game. Patience is a virtue. Just don't expect to find it in most truck drivers. Ever wondered why this animal's called a ram? Well, now you know. How to get betrayed by the very thing that's meant to protect you. I'll have whatever these guys gave this cop.
Oh,
When you're on your way to the hospital, but your health insurance payment gets declined. These guys took the definition of portable toilet to a whole new level. Let's just say drinks and work aren't a great combination, and his teeth are lucky the beer ran out. This is the fastest you'll ever see karma work. See this guy? He's about to get a surfing lesson. This video is sponsored by the local windscreen company.
Hold on. Yeah, she's sweet, brother.
Alright, mate.
Yeah, you're good. She's sweet. She ain't going nowhere, bro. Hold on, bit more, bit more, bit more. Whoa, sweet.
Investing thousands to yield hundreds sounds like a business model in need of a reboot. We all feel like this jerry can on a Monday. How to ruin someone's day in 3 simple steps. Didn't seem to work though. He became the first victim of his own newly invented weapon. And now for a tale of 2 men who have no idea how to use a funnel. Came to remove the chimney, eliminated the entire house. Luckily, nobody was inside when this happened. Many cables were injured in the making of this video. If the saying, "too many cooks spoil the broth," ever requires an explanation, this video is all that is needed.
Oh, shit.
How much do you respect authority on a scale of 1 to German?
Ja, Chef? Ja, wir sind da. Tschüss.
One man's solution is another man's problem. This girl might have just invented self-sustaining energy. Let's dive into the beginning of this guy's villain arc. He's already contemplating if murder is worth it.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
This is why best friends shouldn't work together. It's this ambulance's first day on the job, and he's a tad nervous. This is a construction zone. Avoid entering for the next infinite number of years. When you order a gardener from the dark web. And now, sit back for a perfect impression of President Joe Biden. When you order customer service from the dark web. This is what it looks like when you've got a PhD in plaster casting. When you've got trash collection at 4, but a wedding at 5. Ever heard of Bayozi buns? They're so good, not even floods can wash them out of business. Who hired this guy? The crane operator here must have been her ex-boyfriend. Put a finger down if you've ever nailed a headshot at work. Looking for ways to transport glass? Well, this shouldn't be one of them. This is why construction work should always be a two-man job.
Nggak apa-apa.
When the solution is even worse than the problem. This sculptor has seen better days, and so has the sculpture. We now present to you Harry Potter and the firefighter's cones. This is how natural selection works for humans. Hire these girls if you need something dismantled in seconds. When your crush shows up at your workplace and you try to keep it cool. Seems like this cat wasn't on board with the idea of painting the walls green. Taking out the trash might be the final sign that it's time to hit the gym. Questioning Belgian transport's punctuality? Just remember some drivers navigate by Pokemon Go. It's 2024. Of course we've got self-driving containers. This is the type of guy to be safe if World War III had to break out.
Wow.
This is what washing your car looked like before hoses were invented. How to go from trying to survive to accepting your fate. Two defeats in a matter of seconds. Let's all take a moment for this poor guy. When you've just committed the funniest crime in history. Do not pay your workers by the hour if you'd like your house to be finished within the next decade. Skinny jeans and sliders. We all know where this is going. Only people who wear glasses will understand this man's struggle. After a series of confessions, this priest knows exactly which side of the church needs some serious cleansing. Here's a peek behind the scenes of what happens when you choose the standard cheap delivery option. POV, you've just bought a car from a chain smoker. These guys got the whole snakes and ladders set up. This girl forgot tying up her hair was an option. Who knew owning a pet cat could be your get-out-of-jail-free card?
I will call you back as soon as I find out. Okay?
All right, thank you, ma'am.
This kid can speak fluent weed trimmer. He's even got the occasional misfire in there. This guy really took shotgunning to another extreme. Why spend thousands on a bike when you could just get one for a quarter? If you need to know why garbage bags were invented, take a look at what this guy had to go through. The 21st century's take on a ducking stool. One thing's for sure, this kid will remember this day for the rest of his life. What it's like to get bullied, Scrapyard Edition.
Kyle, can you knock those dishes out real quick?
It's his first day here. When you find a guy who can repaint your interior for cheap. In soccer, there is a rule that once the stretcher is called by the referee, the player must be taken off on the stretcher regardless of whether they are actually injured or not. This may lead to some awkward scenarios. If this is my doctor, I would trust him with all my life.
So, I heard you're having chest pain.
Want your video to go viral? Hire your mom. This picnic spot has an interesting view. Looks like these guys are about to become mountain climbers. This is what happens when you get too close to a bird's nest. Here's the trash can version of overthinking. Falling off his bike was only the beginning of his problems.
Keep going. Got the stick. Oh, I'm stuck in the Somebody help him. Keep going.
This guy found a faster way to go downstairs. This is what happens when you miscalculate the weight of a giant beach ball. Clearly, this is not his first time doing this. When your umbrella has a very light rain mode.
Oh, shit.
Let's just hope, for his sake, there aren't any hungry fish around. When you make an ordinary boat ride dramatic. What's more important than winning the race? Vengeance. Get over here! Here's a perfect example of adding insult to injury. This guy severely underestimated her ability to play cricket. When you have to jump, but forget to jump. Scared of riding horses? Here's some more justification. And now for your typical Big Brother behavior. Apparently, hula hooping and stilt walking don't work well together.
Good.
Oh, shit.
That's pretty cool.
Who knew a dog could look visibly embarrassed? When you unintentionally have to improve your resistance level. When your birthday celebration involves your soul leaving your body. Looks like Ashley Furniture is getting into the scooter market. Special shout out to this museum's glass cleaner. On a positive note, at least he was wearing a helmet. Typical hibachi chef behavior. Looks like Ratatouille went from cooking to accounting. How to open a beer, Florida edition. This is how you become the chosen one. Finally, a water park for pigs. This is why it's important to blow on your food before eating. Is volleyball too easy for you? Try this version. When climbing a tree turns into drop kicking your friend.
Oh, shit.
Out of creamer? No problem if you have a neighbor like this. Here's another example of why women live longer than men. How to turn disaster into a water park. If we're being honest, most people would have done this too. How to turn a backache into a headache. This little girl is ready for a career in pro wrestling.
Say hi, Alea.
It must be tough to say hi while getting neck alignment. On the plus side, his phone is okay. Once again, gravity proves its dominance. Watch as this dog rescues the duck from becoming dinner. This lady thought she was about to help with a wildlife rescue.
I'm screaming because why did I get out of the car to save this turtle? And this is a sandwich with fries.
Here's an example of too much forward momentum. Who knew getting a small concussion could be so fun? When the birthday celebration gives everyone a mild heart attack. Filming and jumping a narrow stream of water is not for everyone. And now for some accidental acrobatics. Another victim of the power of Windex. Here are a couple of examples of how not to open champagne. Kobe would make him take his jersey off after this.
Oh my God, oh my God.
Here's a new technique for diving into water. Looking for new ways to play defense when playing pool? Try this. When you find out the judges gave you third place. Finally, X Games for construction workers.
Oh Dio!
Watch as they celebrate the arrival of this newly harvested child into the world. He missed a perfect opportunity to say sweet dreams. And now for some disaster ingenuity. Here's how to wind down after a long day of preschool. If being sad and also worried about being in trouble had a facial expression. I have to say, I've seen better parking spots than this. When you slap your siblings too hard by mistake. You know how this is going to end with all that water on the table.
Tá, perfeito, perfeito, perfeito. Não cai, não cai. Tá, tá.
Now, let's dive into the everlasting war between moms and gymnastics. Here's why you should never take your food for granted.
That, I guess.
And now for the main event, the 5-meter sprint.
It's right there, man. Damn! Oh my God!
Here's proof that Amsterdam is just a simulation. New off-road car unlocked. Taking the pool down at the end of summer? Try this if you've got kids. A magician never reveals his tricks unless a monkey beats him to it. Views over privacy. Which one are you choosing?
Cagando vendo essa paisagem aí? Eita, nós.
This is the definition of a self-fulfilling prophecy.
How big was the f***ing curb?
When you get inspired to start up a hotel business overnight. Seems like someone's going to be late to yoga class. Other countries have seagulls stealing your food. Australia has the white ibis.
Get away! What are you doing?
Would anyone like some cookies? Bulletproof flavor?
I made.
Now this is what I call peak weight reduction. There are some things you just can't test out before purchasing. This guy disagrees.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm testing them.
New fear unlocked. Snakes opening doors. And now for the first person to attempt a backflip on the highest mountain in the world.
Good morning from the top of Mount Everest.
Me, whenever somebody gives me the simplest of tasks. Good food should go to those who deserve it. You're on a date and she pulls out the reverse grip technique. What do? Out of all the ways to break into your friend's house, this is probably the most fun option. When Chewbacca takes you out for a late-night drive. Here's why you always speak to a professional before doing something stupid. Here's proof that cartoons have fried our generation's brains. This guy gives dancing classes to ostriches for a living. This is St. Francis of Assisi, Gen Z version.
You want to hear my duck call?
Yeah.
Come here, duck.
Now, take a seat and watch as two lumberjacks go head-to-head in a log-rolling battle at the LA. This is basically what the men are doing when their wives think they're cheating. Am I the only person who thought this was a giant crow? Let's be honest, we all need an emotional support crawfish on vacation, don't we? Excuse me, guys, did my invite get lost in the mail? This is the type of guy who shows up to the mechanic for just an oil change. This guy's aura just kept adding up. Even the road signs are getting rigged these days. Ever wanted to feel like you're racing through the universe? This comes pretty close. This bathroom is perfect if you want to keep your 3-hour dump a secret. Ever seen a ghost driver get stopped at a roadblock? No matter your age, gender, or species, you've gotta love Tom and Jerry.
Olha aí. Assistindo Tom e Jerry. Meu Deus do céu, desse jeito aí vocês vão acabar com a vista de vocês.
Who needs a spice rack when you've got a golden retriever?
Best ingredient, in my opinion, for eggs. Seasoning.
Starbucks in Mexico takes fresh latte to a whole new level. This guy got the final boss of side quests, professional ziplining lessons. This little fella's calling for some target practice. It's hard to find a quiet moment with your boyfriend when he lives on a farm.
It's gonna be right there.
This is the ultimate man cave we've always dreamed of in our diaper years. Nosy people hate this trick. Poor guy even thought ducking would help. Now, let's play a game of Who's Pranking Who, Iranian edition.
Welcome.
Road rage in Miami is something else.
Mira, mamá, voy imbécil.
The seagulls were lucky to get more than just food that day. This guy lost his entire net worth in 1 second. When you go to the 5-star TripAdvisor rated diving resort. Go to the water park, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Reason number 99, not to jump into dirty water. This guy had one job and totally messed it up. She was trying to follow a cute trend, but she ended up sitting where his dinner was placed. With this reaction on his face, how much do you think the bill amounted to? Let's all applaud the cameraman for deciding to shoot a video instead of just a photo. Who needs enemies when you've got friends like this cameraman? And now for the catch of the day. Can you guess what it is? Hint, he's already got 2 on his feet. Men with facial hair will understand the severity of this instant regret. Holding your phone whilst parasailing is a recipe for disaster. If there's one thing money can't buy, it's brain cells. What turning candles off was like before blowing was invented. Just wait until their friend calls to ask how long they'll be. Your last 2 brain cells during your last hour of work. Typical wasp hives can generally house anywhere from a few dozen to several thousand individuals. Watch what happens when you attempt to relocate every one of them and fail.
Meu Deus!
Some actually succeed at relocating wasp hives, but it's gotta be a golden retriever. We're going to keep playing games like this? Fine, I'll just eat you then. Who knew crocodiles could give Usain Bolt a run for his money? There's a fine line beyond which someone is at the wrong place at the wrong time, and this video perfectly shows where it's drawn. Catch a cow looking dumb on camera, and it'll insist you delete it in seconds. No one knows its targets better than karma. Here's proof.
Oh, shit.
This is possibly the worst kind of roadblock you can think of. There are plenty of people you can prank in the world. Italian nanas are not among those people. Never trust anyone as much as this girl trusts her dart-throwing friend. Does this sliding tackle deserve a red card? Let us know in the comments. Jumping cacti are very entertaining until you become a victim.
Oh, you got actually hurt.
Oh, you're not supposed to do that.
It literally went through my freaking shoe.
Squish it.
You brought your kid, I'ma bring my kids.
Get it, hurry. You gotta do it.
This is a good reason to sell the house.
If there's any more in here, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm just gonna do this real quick. Here we go.
Possibly one of the worst things that could happen to anyone. How to get rejected by nature in 2 simple steps. And now for the Oxford Dictionary definition of karma. In Russia, this is considered a one-way ticket to juvenile prison. You might have to sacrifice your personal assets to perform this trick. This dog decided the bird needed a drink. If you can't get to the kid, you can always get to the parent with this simple technique. I'm telling you, Pancho, I don't think this is a good idea. If you ever thought you were having a bad day, this guy experienced a dung and run. When your good deed of the day ends up in the hands of Jesus. Gravity, the unsung hero of social media posts.
Oh, Mama.
Not even Neymar's got skills this good. This little kid just won hide and seek. Headshot in 3, 2. His bravery may have gone unnoticed, but he's still our unsung hero. And now for a 200 IQ prank. Think twice before inviting your Latina mom to your races. She might end up joining you in the race. Isn't it satisfying when animals give humans just what they deserve? Looks like bridge crossing didn't make the cut for the 72 skills of a Shaolin master. This video perfectly depicts the caution required when assembling an exquisite piece of IKEA furniture. Your Latino friend, one day after taking creatine. No! Don't we all take a little too much joy in a celebration fail? Intrusive thoughts taking over in 3, 2, 1. This is what happens when you switch up your game plan mid-play. Out of all the different ways to open a champagne bottle, this Russian version is possibly the worst. This is what it looks like when weddings take place in our dreams. Next time you take her to a ball game, don't forget your glove. These guys got the premium Karma subscription with instant delivery. If this isn't what love is all about, I don't know what is. We're never inviting Uncle Gustavo to the function again. 0% accuracy, 100% getting kicked out of the house.
This I'm out.
And now for the great revenge of the cork. This video could be a commercial for the hammer, not the phone. Pro tip, beware of a younger brother who doesn't have any fears yet. And now, introducing the first shoe to ever venture solo to the moon. This is the moment when the French discovered glass for the first time.
Whoa.
This is the tale of how the dry cleaning guy went from starching shirts to stacking billions.
Oh my god! Oh my god, oh my god.
Your math teacher on his way to class. This is what happens when you buy a trophy from eBay. What injection needles look like to people who are scared of them. Don't underestimate this dog. He's just testing out his reach. If I'm going down, you're going down with me. Not your typical shower button tech. You cannot be Tarzan if you haven't got a Jane with quick reflexes. Sorry, sir, you haven't unlocked this side of the map yet. This is the definition of a mission failed successfully. Special effects in Thailand are no easy task. At least he's got video proof for when his professor asks why he's late. For once, Remy gets to feast on his own world-class food. The wolves in Russia can't even have a single peaceful moment to themselves. This mom nearly sent her son on an unplanned journey to Narnia. Moral of the story, never underestimate any task, no matter how easy it may seem.
What's that?
We knew he was about to get zapped the moment the horse shot him that bombastic side-eye. This German Shepherd is running a taco stand with a buy one, get one free deal. But guess who gets the free one? Imagine having your true identity revealed to everyone at your wedding. This sink was designed to make people look stupid. Now this is what I call a strategy. About to get pranked? If this guy's behind it, you're safe. Good luck taking her home after this one. And we thought these fails only happened in cartoons. Here's why you should always tape down cords to the floor, especially with kids around.
Oh shit, she unplugged the music.
On this day, a villain was born. Who needs instant delivery when you could have no delivery whatsoever? Never trust two guys and a hammock. Get your hair tied up in a bun with this simple trick. And now for a 180 kayaking trick. Legend has it, the keeper hasn't stopped celebrating till this day. He wouldn't be a real brother if he didn't ruin dinner at least once a month. When will people learn that not everything requires a life hack? This is the first time in history a grandma wiped out all the food instead of providing it.
Kitty cat?
It's doubtful this lady will ever leave her door open again.
That is not a cat. That is not a cat.
It's migration season for the mangoes in Puerto Rico. Which of these was your favorite? Let us know in the comments below.